you are playing against a lot of melees, and the Orianna can do really well. As we mentioned this kind of in the last game, described it's kind of the minefield. You have to kind of run through this really difficult terrain. The shockwave can be very, very powerful if you start trying to dive into it. To go through that, you just end up kind of, you know, teleports behind you, nothing personnel kid, and then you just kind of run over the team fight that way.
So whoever at last hits as well as Ego, there's that handshake, as I said, in the 2v2, trying to find the moment. Paris in trouble, and Dad, Hans Mama with his...
Known that for years. Don't have to, yeah. You don't have to go down this road again.
I explain my jokes not making sense. That's so much worse. By the way, you can see what's on your screen. Yeah, and look, getting the starter feat and strength, I know we talk about it a lot, but just keeping you at home informed that you need all 3 grubs. Fate's Call is available for Hans Summer. They spot the pig around the wall, but Hans doesn't care, goes in anyway. Scumon's also on the way in, but 113 just jumps on him. Hans flashes away, but a Permafrost about to reach. Ulti instead connects it, but saved by Scumon. They then re-engage. Hans dives away and cuts his way through, avoiding the piercing arrow. Ice flashes, but I fear he's 1 auto away. And LeBron hits him with his little pistol and takes him down as Parus runs back to the turret, and G2 played with fire for that nasty skirmish.
Yeah, G2 knew that BDS, knew that they were going for the players. The next level, they see that one.
This buy is LeBron and Hans Summer feel like they want to sit on the edge and get something out of it, but no. Instead, all 3 grubs given over to BDS. They've got their own piece of the... You know who I am.
Yeah, I have. No, observers, no.
No.
It's just a small...
Oh my lord.
It's only been alive like that.
Shockwave used by Nuke, by the way. Didn't get any connection while Broken Blade's about to get first turret. Yeah. As Dragons go side note, Broken Blade unable to find it. He gets on out into public execution, but no one dies. For 113, he calls his emergency service, finds himself a jungler in his face. Broken Blade starts lacerating out, and he gets his spacing. Scumon
on that Callista. Are they looking for a fight though? BB doesn't have teleport. They shouldn't really be looking for this. Again, it's mainly just allowing BB to push up, get some individual gold, and make sure BDS are behind on the map.
They also get the inside track towards mid as well, so for G2, giving this up.
After that point, coming up in just the next few minutes.
Which Atakan do you think it'll be?
Well, with 3 kills...
So Broken as well can get the Dragon stacks up, as that Herald that you talked about, it is actually used bot in the end, and for BDS, some standing gold that's being taken down to my holiday. I'm like, yo, Victor looks a bit weird.
He looks a little bit...
It looks a bit weird. Paris, you look strange being there. That TP by Broken Blade going to tell you exactly why. You see with that lacerate, he's getting into position. He's starting to spin. Ice doesn't have a chance here, but BDS have taken 2 members with them. Good shutdowns onto the Callista as the public execution fails, but the Shockwave does not. BDS are doing better in this fight than you'd expect. In a 3v3, Nuke's also got space. G2 are losing this until Broken Blade comes down, shuts down, and takes them all out with him. Irrelevant's trying to do the same thing, but again,
baby
just can't kill.
Off on the side, has eyes on Ice. Really hard for BDS to get into the right terrain here. BB's just sitting there. There's got to be such a danger on that Varus.
I mean, Cap sung a note, and it was a good one as well. As he zones them out, you can see the other one in reverse from the Seraphine means a bit, but the Berserk, the Shockwave in return. G2 in front of Atakan that's shredding their health bar. It's getting destroyed. BDS now take it from under their grasp, and this is why you don't team fight while you're trying to butcher Atakan.
Oh my word, Nuke just absolutely destroys them. Just gets a huge shockwave, and while I thought, okay, it'll be about the Varus, I mean, if you get a good ultimate like that, you can absolutely win your team fight. So BDS, they get themselves the Atakan, they get themselves a lot of gold from those big kills as well. They'll get themselves a Dragon. Huge turnaround for BDS.
A massive one. I mean, they're also going to stop the Dragon stacking.
Yeah,
Someone close to
think there's some stuff in Legends of Runeterra which goes
on. As a handshake, waiting. Transcorruption stolen by Cap to the hijack. He sends it out and it roots. 113 in front of turret, but they've got themselves the GA. They're unfightable at this point if that was English. As outer turret goes down, inner turret the next siege, and I mean, BDS are clawing their way back in. Slowly but surely, a shot back to the 2-man this time. Seraphine ulti is good as well, but look, perfect execution from Broken Blade in the backline has done the perfect thing. It's taken the juice out of BDS, but under turret, he's just burning GAs. But Broken Blade is burning the grey screen. Ice tanked the turret, funnily enough, while Irrelevant in the all-out is trying to get that inner down.
To clean things up, BDS wants to make sure this is down sharpish, and especially with fire on the bot side of the map, there's in fact going to be no contest. BDS do get themselves the gold standard Baron after the Atakan.
I mean, this G2 is in dire straits. They were up 6,500 gold, almost 7K.
Off this range advantage and of course gold advantage now. Well, close enough to it. BDS looking for the siege.
You know what's even scarier than shockwaving?
Yeah.
Not shockwaving. Because Nuke just sends the ball in front of them and G2 have to pay the respect because 2-3 members like it's been before and the game could just be over.
G2 in precarious point. Of course, it's even enough in gold, but they've lost the last big fight, and if they lost that from gold advantage, how does it go after that points? G2 could actually be staring down the barrel of a very awkward start to the LEC. That's a big ult, though.
It is indeed, but who's the target onto? Onto Irrelevant in front line as the response from BDS seems a little bit better, and the takeover does nothing. BDS walk away. They've already got half a health damage here on the inhibitor turret. They'll walk up. They'll threaten from another lane.
BDS just deathballing now, using the Seraphine on multiple items, just keep that extra ability to go forwards, take an extra tower shot with the extra heals and shields. They're going to get themselves towards the third dragon. So BDS close towards that Chem Tech Soul, which will make it even harder for them to actually die in the big fights. Worth noting as well, I think this timestamp might just end the game.
And you have to look at Irrelevant as well as he steps up. He's taking no damage right now as Broken Blade. His angle good, but what does it mean? They look for Nuke, he goes golden, the hostile takeover launches through, but for BDS again, this could still be their fight if they find that shockwave. I'm looking onto Hansama, good dissonance here as the ult used by Cease and Desist. Well, it's a bit of a mosh pit, but Broken Blade, even though he finds his way in, I feel like G2 need a miracle from Hansama, but he's dead. Nuke's still alive as well, as BB has to 1v4 this, because Lebrov's out, Hans is dead, and G2 fall to the wayside. They've run out of time, and BDS know it.
The heals and shields are too much. BDS walked down the mid lane. BDS walked out the mid lane.
It feels like right now Nuke's playing like BDD, at least at his peak, I should say, because this Orianna, insane shockwaves you mentioned all game long. BDS playing the team fights much better, and at 31 minutes, they're now going to run into the base. Nexus turrets be damned. Lebrov will watch as it comes down in ashes, and G2, the team that won championship after championship last year, that were always EU's representatives, are now starting winter 0-2.
Hand in hand, it has been.